my main goal for working out is for my lady to look at me in clothes and want to get me naked. Alrighty, what up y'all? So, I know I said a few videos back that I was so very tired of starting over. And I know how it could seem like I'm talking about relationship stuff, but I ain't. I'm talking about all of life in general. So, as I'm cruising down the illustrious, world famous 8 Mile, or M102 for you sticklers, there's a bunch of stuff in my brain and I'm like, you know what, might as well yap. So, like I said, I'm not talking about relationship stuff, that's included. I'm just talking about life in general. I'm sick of having my damn progress reset. Let's do something like basic, like credit. I did some dumb shit. That truck was way too close to me. I did some dumb shit when I was younger. Had a Capital One card, my first credit card. I thought I was legit. It was 18, 19, you know, dumb teenager. Thinking I'm adult shit. Racked up ridiculous amount of credit. At least it was at the time. It was like $2,000, $3,000. And I let it go into default or whatever happens when you ruin your credit. And my credit score was like, my shit was like a 12. It wasn't that low, but it was extremely low. And it took me a long time to get it back together, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna make some smarter moves. And then I invested into a startup rental car company, and that was back in 2011, 12-ish. God damn, 8 Mile sucks sometimes. All up in my taint. And turns out it was a giant rental car scam, and I was deployed and got pulled back from the desert in 2017 to go to a trial because the FBI was like, yo, you bringing your ass because we need you as a witness. And I was like, nah, I'm in the desert, you can't do that because you got to go through all this stuff. And they was like, yeah, we did that, see you on Monday. It ruined my credit again, took my shit all the way back down. I was in default. I had cars in my name that I never purchased. Stupid, thought I was making the right moves, thought I had good discernment. I did at the time, and I got scammed. I was a victim, but that don't make me feel any better. I was not the only victim. There were multiple, hundreds of people. There was a lot of people that got taken advantage of because they thought they were doing smart business, and in their attempts to do so, they got scammed. But I'm talking about me, and that shit sucked, and I had to start all over. And I co-signed for my nephew on a student loan. Nephew, if you out there, I appreciate you. You're one of the few people who ain't never fucked me over. He did his thing. I was afraid. But I was like, let me help somebody, and my credit wasn't too bad at the time anyway. So I was like, it's good enough to co-sign, but it ain't good enough to do nothing else. And I was helping my nephew out, and he's gone on to do bigger, better things. He's awesome. That's great. And now my credit's up in the high 7s, and I'm like, I don't want to co-sign. I don't want to help nobody do nothing just because I'm protective mode. If I wanted something, I don't need nothing right now. But if I needed something, I got a little bit of money saved up, a pinch. Not like I'm doing okay, but I got a TSB 401k military style, and it's that taxed version. So they already taxed it. That money in there, that's mine. So that's for the future. Everything I'm doing is for the future. Very, very intentional. So if I'm doing, let's do credit's fine. It's okay. I've got discernment on that. Let's do interpersonal relationship, like with my daughter, right? I talk about my daughter a lot because I love my daughter. My daughter's great. We had a rocky relationship. I don't want to lose the progress and have something come between us, and she has to correct me or I have to correct her sometimes, just so we both putting in the effort. Because just the other day she texted me, yo, I need some money, basically. I mean, it was much more polite than that, and it was like, hey, okay, what you need it for? She's going to class. I'm like, okay, school, I'm all in. I got tuition assistance from the military, I can deal with that. Let's do that. And I was like, I really ain't got it right now. I mean, I kind of do. It's part of a home equity loan, and I ain't really trying to mess up because I'm really been paying down on it. I don't want to. But for my daughter, I'm going to go ahead and take the risk because it ain't really risky. It's my daughter. I'm really investing in her future, right? So then the loop disappeared. I'm like, yo, where's my thank you? Like, you can't just text me up. I'm telling you I don't want to do this. You know the reasons I ain't got money. You know the reasons where my money is, where it's at. I'm doing this for you. And then all of a sudden your phone on signal 14 seconds from you when you seen this. She was like, oh, I was about to get in the shower and I forgot to hit, nah, bro, you tell me thank you, because that's part of our relationship contract. You can't just call me up asking for money and I bend over backwards or I make a sacrifice or I do, what the fuck? Y'all see that? That car had an accident, and you just ghost me again. Like, listen, my issues with ghosting is fucking generational now. I think I passed it down to my daughter where she ghosts me, but it's innocuous. She texts me right back, was like, I'm sorry, and then I talk to her better now because I'm like, yo man, this is how you make me feel. That's on me. And then she goes, I apologize. Here is the thing that I wanted to explain to you, but I didn't do earlier. That is reciprocation right there. That's what I'm looking for. in life. That's mutual connection. I hope she continues to do that. She's 18, but she's very wise for her age. Okay? I got stuff going on at work. I'm in the military. I've been 23 years. They about to change our jobs, get rid of some people. I don't want to start over. I got 4 career fields at least. AFSCs, Air Force Specialty Codes. It's basically the title and number of my jobs. In the same building, I've switched jobs about 3-4 times. I'm like, God damn it, I don't want to start over again. I'm doing okay right now. I'm a branch chief. There's really nowhere else for me to go unless I become the senior enlisted leader, which is the top dog. I got 1 stripe left. If I get it, awesome. And then I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Why we got to do changes? I got good right now. Now again, this is one of those changes that may benefit me. Some changes don't, some do. This is kind of like something I want to keep up, but I don't like starting over from the beginning. It's kind of like working out. Yes, it's good for me. It's that cognitive dissonance. I know it's good for me, but I don't want to do it. I work out for very shallow reasons. I don't want to be fat again. I don't want to lose my progress in being fat. And number 2, yes, I get the health benefits. I'm afraid of death. I live longer. I get the brain function. I do all that noise. But my main goal for working out is for my lady to look at me in clothes and want to get me naked. And then when she see me naked, after I get naked, she wants me to stay naked. I'm not talking about naked. I'm talking about naked. Down to the bowels. I want her to look at me and go, yes, sir! I want that. That's my only goal. The rest of that stuff is, just queaking. I get healthy, I live longer, all that jazz, and then, I get to do the do. Anyway, I don't like starting over on nothing, period. Emotional relationships. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I don't want to learn somebody's quirks. I don't want to learn their habits. I don't want to learn their hygiene. If you wipe your ass and brush your teeth right, I don't want to, if you talk through the movie, like, all that little shit, I don't want to learn that ever again. I don't want to do that because I am very discernment. What's up, little dude? I use a lot of discernment and I make a lot of decisions when I'm being with my person, and I'm very intentional. It could be, you want to call it simping, whatever. I'm simping for my lady. I'm not simping for all ladies. Fuck that. That's too much energy wasted. It's too much time wasted. I don't like wasting my time. I'm 42. I'm getting older by the fucking second. I mean, we all are, but I got a healthy fear of death and time, and it just flies by. And I'm like, yo, I just need to have something locked down and be happy and be reciprocal for the rest of my life and all that jazz. I'm working on that, trying to get it together. And that's just one of the many things that I'm just like, I hate starting over. Not just emotional, not just relationships, not just family, not just credit, all the things. I hate starting over. Some of it good for me, yes. Am I going to do it anyway? Yes. Am I a quitter? No. But I had to vent because it pisses me off. I'm still going to keep going. I'm still going to keep trying. I don't want to. Wish this shit would just be alright. Sick of this shit. I'm out.